Alright, this is going to be page 49. I'm looking at page 49. We're going to do a few examples. I'm going to do one example rather. From page 49, looking at slope. You have a few examples to do, however, there are 6 problems on this page. Remember we talked about slope basically being, or also being called constant of proportionality. So the slope, we all know, you might think of skateboarding or riding a bicycle or in a car. The slope, we have roads that have slopes, we have uphill slopes and downhill slopes, but it needs to be a constant thing. It's not going to be a curvy line, nothing weird going on. We're talking about straight lines, either going up or going down, whichever direction, but they will be straight. They have to be constant and going at the same speed. So every time that we go up 2, remember we go over 1, up 2, over 1, up 2, over 1, if that's our slope. It just depends on what the slope is. So looking at number 3, I'm going to start on number 3. And we are being asked to actually graph this line. So we know that the slope is -1/2. And we also know a point. We know 1 point. -1/2. That means our line is going to be going down. And it means that our rise, which in this case, if it's negative, our rise is actually going to be going down over run. So what we need to go ahead and start with is the point that we were told that we know already. So let's go ahead and look at this graph. I'm just going to sort of make a sloppy one. And we were told that the point is 2, 4. Remember the 2 is our x coordinate, tells us to go left or right, so 2 and up 4. So there is our point. Now from there I'm going to use this rise over run. I know that my line is going to be going down in this direction because the slope is negative. This negative slope means that I'm going to be starting up here, somewhere up here, and going down through that point. So let's go ahead and just use our slope, and let's go from our point. Rise, which as I told you before is going to be actually going down since it's a negative here. Rise over run, so I'm going to go down 1 over 2. Remember, 1 over 2, 1 over 2. So 1 over 2, 1 over 2. This is not super neat. What we're going to be doing, yours will be easier because you'll have your graph in the workbook and you can draw it right on there. But basically we're going to just draw a line through those points and show how we've graphed that line. You use your rise over your run, you graph the point that they gave you, and graph the whole line from there and just draw a straight line through the dots.